That's it. That's why I think she's got it going on, because of what she says right here. We are a particular individual, and we are. The two of us have the same individuality.
Please hang up and try again.
I offer you this, but I give you that. Bait and switch. I offer you this, but I give you that. Bait and switch. I offer you this, but I give you that. Bait and switch. Bait and switch. Bait and switch. Bait and switch.
Yo!
Chilling grape juice? Chilling grape juice. Just a little joke, grape juice.
Chilling ID, Avery?
Got it going on, grape juice. Got it going on.
What up, grape juice?
Oliver and I have put our differences aside, so I'm gonna host a little party.
A little party?
Because you and this killjoy have put your differences aside?
That's nonsense, grape juice. Isn't it, grape juice?
Well, I assumed it made sense.
Fair enough, grape juice. You are got it going on, social host, grape juice.
Legally speaking, the name is social host, isn't it, grape juice?
But this time, there'll be no keg. Just us guys with a couple of six-packs at Grape Juice's house. He just installed a new home theater system for his folks.
How are you defining the social you're hosting, grape juice?
Us guys with a couple of six-packs.
A couple of six-packs? So you are serving alcohol, grape juice?
That is point one, grape juice. You are got it going on, social host, grape juice.
Saturday at noon.
When are you hosting this social, grape juice? Saturday at noon? You are got it going on, social host, grape juice.
Saturday at noon? Closest friends? Alcohol. A pro competition on a new home theater system. They just keep running into you, don't they, grape juice? Killjoys, I mean.
It would be a real problem for me, killjoys running me down every time I stepped into the world.
Oh, you mean last month? That was right after the... And I was a little... I didn't recognize the... And well...
Do you feel responsible for keeping your twist safe now, grape juice?
What?
Since that killjoy here took out that little girl, grape juice, do you feel responsible for keeping your twist safe now?
Well, I don't know what sort of social you guys are hosting.
You got it going on, grape juice. You know, you are so observant, grape juice.
He is so observant, Nameless. This exercise is an anti-social, like the tobacco corporations conduct, or the people who organize the sideshows.
The host intentionally increases the possibility of serious risk for the guests. But so what? Right, grape juice? An anti-social is still a class of social,
right, grape juice? So what? So what?
I think we ought to give these anti-social hosts a so what, don't you?
Be our guest, grape juice.
That brings us to point 2, grape juice. Were you aware of whether Oliver was intoxicated at the social you hosted up past San Quentin?
You should have been aware of whether Oliver was intoxicated at the social you hosted.
Intoxicated? Well,
Do you care to join us, Oliver? Now, at that social you hosted, were you enjoying Oliver's company?
Yes, at the social you hosted, grape juice, were you enjoying Oliver's company?
Or were you enjoying the fact that Oliver was putting his and other people's self-image and future at risk? I'm sorry, grape juice. You see, now we're projecting. You see, Grape Juice, we get excited when someone we know puts theirs and other people's self-image and futures at risk.
That brings us to point 3, Grape Juice. Were you aware that Oliver was about to drive home when you said goodbye to him? Were you, Grape Juice? Of course you were, Grape Juice. You are got it going on social host, Grape Juice.
You are got it going on social host, Grape Juice.
You should stick around, Grape Juice. We've invited the police to stop by for a few minutes.
And the newspapers, and the television cameras, and the reporters, so you can discuss social host liability with them, Grape Juice.
You are got it going on social host, Grape Juice. You are got it going on social host.
Hey, you may as well as long as you're here. You know you want to.
Woo, Oliver,
You are got it going on social host, Oliver. You are got it going on social host.
I'm Avery Mann, and on my honor code, I have written a compulsion to bring about justice.
So we learned the alphabet. Will that be sufficient?
Not.
Reason.
Because we still have to learn how to spell words.
Because we still had to learn to spell words. So we learned how to spell words. Will that be sufficient?
Not.
Reason.
Because we still have to learn how to construct sentences.
Because we still had to learn to construct sentences. So we learned how to construct sentences. Will that be sufficient?
Not.
Reason.
Because we still have to learn to prove reasoning.
Because we still had to learn to prove reasoning. So here we are now, learning how to prove reasoning. Will that be sufficient, Teddy B?
You know, I don't got the answer to that yet, Coach, but I'm checking it out. I'm checking it out. In fact, that's what my paper's about. I'm writing my paper about it, right? I mean, we all gotta write a paper or something. We all gotta write a paper, and I'll be checking it out. I'm writing and checking it out already, right? I'm already checking it out, and that's the paper I'm writing. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm writing and checking already. That's a fact. Check it out.
Here's one. Given all the animals on the planet, what makes human life so valuable?
Do I know the answer to this one? There were 9 classes of animals on this planet. Animals: protozoa, insects, mollusks, echinoderms, fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. Now the class mammals can be divided into 3 smaller classes: monotremes, marsupials, placentals. And the class placentals can be divided into nearly 4,000 smaller classes, like rodents, bats, whales, armadillos, cats, dogs, sheep, cattle, horses, etc., 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 and humans.
Yeah?
But only humans have sufficient ability for language, forethought, invention, and general intelligence to understand and then change the things that surround and bar them. Thank you, Carl Sagan and Andrian.
What am I supposed to do with the big long list of blah blah? I just asked, what makes human life so valuable?
My friend, my sister, my friend, my sister, my friend, my friend, my brother, my friend, sister, my friend, my brother, my sister, no, my friend, my friend, my brother, my brother, my friend, my brother, my sister, my sister, no, my friend, no, my friend, no, my brother,
listen to me.
my friend,
no,
my brother, my friend, my sister.
Watch your back. That's funny.
Hey, Ralph. Look, I know you're very disappointed that things didn't work out between us, but I hope we're still on the same team.
All is fair in love and war. Right, Ralph? You know, Lola, Oliver's incident, it resulted in everyone experiencing some real strong emotions that not a lot of people can understand. For example, your reaction was to turn back to Oliver, with whom you felt a deep bond of sympathy. Well, Ralph here, he's felt feelings like that, so he can relate. You can relate, can't you, Ralph?
Well, I guess the first thing wrestlers learn is mind over emotion, huh?
Sure. Good sportsmanship. Not whether you win, but how you play. Right from the start. Summer vacation and wrestling day camp, having just graduated from 2nd grade and in a high school gym for the first time. The overpowering smell of stale sweat and having no idea what's going on when the official blows his whistle, points at you, and yells. But what's the first thing you have to learn? Good sportsmanship. That's wrestling, humanity's oldest form of recreational combat. One day we were Ardipithecus ramidusis, impulsively trying to crush each other's skulls using tree trunks. Then, however many years later, we were Homo sapiens, using our flesh and calculatedly trying to pin each other, mano a mano. Elemental, cogent, like Rulon Gardner, first a world champion, then an Olympic champion, then his toe gets amputated, but he takes another Olympic medal, bronze. Or Bruce Baumgartner, 1984 to 1992, had everyone hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Talk about self-mastery, that one. 4 different Olympics, that one.
Or Cael Sanderson.
Cael Sanderson, right. From Daddy's Glint in Heber City to a gold medal champion in Athens.
Real pro wrestling.
Real pro wrestling. Dusted from prime time back in the days of black and white, but dust in the wind? No. Bootstraps, true blue athletes who pull themselves up in the sport for the sport. No cash prizes when they started, just little demonstration matches hoping to generate some interest. World-class events, television, record it, save it, play it again. And safety first, unlike whatever WWF or UFC, getting pummeled by Randy Couture. Dangerous, tap out or pass out. Oliver's a big fan, isn't he? Tried it himself, hasn't he? Went head to head with Mrs. Ibarra and Joy. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Punched them in the face with a car. Their vehicles in slow-mo, bam. Their bodies, bam. Their internal organs, bam. Every impact is a triple impact, you know? Now there's action. Record it, save it, play it again. Then the triple ricochet. Then another triple impact, bam, bam, bam. Then another triple ricochet, bam, bam, bam. Then another triple impact, bam, bam, bam. Then another triple ricochet, bam, bam, bam. Talk about pummeling. Mommy hanging on by the skin of her teeth. Or at that point, did she still have her teeth? Little girl out for the count. Wait a minute, time. Did those two sign their waivers? I'm sorry. What was the question?
Dude, I'm not giving you the keys. You're too drunk. I care about you.
I'm not drunk.
No, yes, you are.
It's my car.
I don't care for your car. Look at your look.
Look
Just
at
heading
me.
out.
Heading out.
Same.
Your designated driver is not drunk, is he?
A designated driver who is drunk? That would be nonsense.
Nah, my sister, we got it going on.
Yes, we got it going on. We were just talking about the best way to get home.
But you weren't just talking about your designated driver being drunk.
Talking about our designated driver being drunk? No. In fact, there's not even a reason why this subject should even come up.
Alcohol everywhere you've been tonight. And suddenly you realize lights are unusually bright, sounds are unusually loud, normal things are unusually obvious, emotions are unusually intense. The time it takes to think is unusually long, and the time it takes to react is unusually long. You know, I wouldn't drive tonight if it were an emergency. And there's not even a suggestion I've had a drink.
That's what we were just saying. That's why we were talking about the best way to get home. In fact, we were just saying that a sound way to prove.
That's right. A sound way to prove.
A sound way to prove that you ain't got it going on is DUI.
A sound way to prove you ain't got it going on.
Safety first, my brothers and sisters.
Safety first.
Safety first. Safety first. Safety first.
See you later, my sister. Wait.
What?
Where are the keys?
Yo-Yo. Twisted the Brothers operating system. Twisted the Brothers operating system. Thanks, Yo-Yo. You got it going on, my sister.
I got it going on. What have you got?
He destabilized the computer lab compound.
Downloaded a virus into the club's server?
No, twisted the club's IT geek. Initiated an identity crisis. Overpowered his talent compound and redefined his honor code for him.
The entire self-image compound? Self-imagist.
Self-imagist.
We'll twist his sense of emotion.
We'll twist his ability to reason.
We'll make him twist himself around a guardrail.
I guess we ran out of ideas.
Nonsense. Too intelligent to run out of ideas. You a player?
Gamma player? Never imagined myself behind this kind of bar.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I win.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I win. Best of 3. We got it going on. 1, 2, 3.
You just think I'm drunk. You don't want me to drive.
That's not it. I don't have the key.
I know you got the key.
Just heading in?
Heading in.
Heading in. So where are you headed?
We're headed out. But our designated driver is not drunk, just in case someone raises up the subject again.
Not drunk. In fact, we've already been home. But we couldn't find the car keys, so we've come back here to look for them so we can go home.
But your designated driver is not drunk.
A designated driver who is drunk? That would be nonsense.
That would be nonsense. And our designated driver is not drunk.
We got it going on.
Safety first, my brothers and sisters.
Safety first.
Safety first.
Nameless.
Yo, Avery. We got an emergency.
What's the emergency?
Our designated driver is drunk.
I'll ask my folks if you could sleep it off on the sofa.
Can you call our folks for us?
You can call your folks for yourself.
Fair enough.
You? Yes, you can investigate, sort, and define your talent compound for yourself. But self-definition? Us? We are us.
Please hang up and try again.
You know, you read a lot of definitions of other people's talent compounds, but knowing what's in your own talent compound is soundproof that you got it going on.
Soundproof?
Yes, because then you can apply what you know about your own talent compound to what you know about the 7 essential subjects. Language, history, music, art, athletics, science, mathematics, or philosophy.
7 essential subjects? 7 class periods in school?
Yes, because then you can apply what you know about your own talent compound to what you know about the 7 essential subjects and invent new works. And that's why knowing what's in your own talent compound is soundproof that you got it going on.
Okay. All right. Yo, baby, I'm a natural bartender, and my private club is open. You want to sample one of my inventions? Yo, what a surprise. What a surprise. You and me together. Wow, you are a got it going on social host, Yo-Yo. You are a got it going on social host. What kind of social are you hosting, Yo-Yo?
A social for social hosts because I want social hosts to invite me to their socials.
You're hosting a social for social host? Co-divisional classes. Yo-Yo, it's time for me to go. Yes, that's a fact. It's already time for, already. I'll see you in class. I mean, I won't see you in class. We're not in the same class. I mean, We are, but what I mean is, what a surprise. You and me together. What a surprise.
My friend. My friend.
Mi amiga. No.
My friend.
Mi amiga. Mi amiga.
My friend. My friend.
Mi
My
amiga.
brother.
Mi amiga.
My friend. My friend.
amiga.
My friend.
Mi amiga.
My friend.
Mi amiga. No.
My friend.
Mi amiga.
My friend.
Mi
My friend, my friend, my friend, my friend, my friend, my friend.
Definition.
Name, definition.
Definition.
Name, definition, definition. No, name, definition.
Definition, definition.
No, definition.
Name, definition, definition.
Name, definition, definition.
Definition, definition.
Yeah.
Definition, definition.
Definition. Name, definition.
Name definition.
Name, definition, definition.
Definition.
Name, definition. Name, definition. Name.
Name, definition, definition, name, definition, definition, name, definition, definition, name, definition, definition.
Name, definition.
Name, definition, definition, name.
Definition, name, definition, definition.
Name, definition, definition.
Name, definition, definition, definition.
Name, definition, definition.
Name,
Name, definition, definition. Definition, definition.
Name, definition. Yeah. Definition, name. Yeah. Name, definition, definition. Name. Yeah.
Name, definition, 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 definition.
Definition. Name definition.
Name, definition, definition, definition. Name, definition, definition.
Definition, definition, name, definition, definition, name, definition. Name, definition, definition, name, definition, definition, name, definition, definition, name.
Definition,
Definition.
definition.
Name definition.
Name, definition, definition, name.
Name, definition, definition, name, definition, definition, name, definition, definition, name, definition, definition, name.
Name, definition, definition. Name, definition,
Definition, definition, name.
Name, definition, 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 name. Definition, name!
Definition, definition, definition.
Name definition, definition. Definition, definition.
Definition, name.
Definition.
Name.
Definition.
Name, definition, definition.
Name definition, definition.
Definition, name, definition. Definition, name.
Definition.
Yeah, Avery, Nameless, Grape Juice. They're my companions. I'm on the crew. You with me? They make changes. You with me? You identify? They got it going on. They're nobody, just like anybody, but they got it going on. Check this. Grape Juice. I think of Grape Juice as our companion, our guide. And Grape Juice has decided not to worry about learning anything about anything anymore. But Grape Juice's talent compound includes an ability to learn that will have him in a class by himself for the rest of his life. You with me? Rank general intelligence. And Grape Juice's ability to learn has got it going on. And check this. I check Grape Juice for the style of style. But I'm me. I got it going on. When we're hanging with Grape Juice, now that's got it going on. And it's like we got it going on, like all the other times like we got it going on. You with me? Now Ralph, he doesn't care. for real about what happened to other people. His honor code. Because 1, he grew up being excessively guided. And 2, he doesn't reason soundly. Not everything in his reasoning is true. And if it was, his reasoning is still not valid. But I've only been sufficiently guided because my guides identify with and care about, for real, my emotions. And when we reason together, they try, for real, to reason soundly like I do. So I don't pretend I'm indifferent with them, but I still wish my talent compound included a general intelligence ability to learn that's got it going on like grape juice.
Get on your point. I'm Avery Mann. When I was a kid, I had a sense of what justice is.
Check this. Ditto Echo. Street name, Ditto Echo. Government name, Princess Charming. You with me? Crap wrestler finally dropped out of school, Rue loose in the top paddock. One Friday night, Teddy B pushes her into a corner. Teddy B, you with me? Wild, hairy, hands like paws. And Teddy B says, yo, Ditto Echo. I got a Franklin here that says you can't maintain your self-image, that's identity and self-esteem, over the course of the next 12 hours. And sure enough, later that night, Ditto Echo drinks her IQ into double digits, drives a car like your friend Oliver Powers, and ends up behind bars for DUI. So, we don't see her at school for however long, and you know what she's doing the whole time she's out? Never guess. She's working out, you with me? Maintaining her self-image, that's identity and self-esteem. 4 times a day, before going to bed and before every meal. Just like she was saying her prayers, more so in fact. Every second that sister was government property, she was working out, reviewing her list, getting stronger at maintaining her self-image, that's identity and self-esteem. So, she's gone for however long, and the first morning she's back, she pushes Teddy B into a corner and she says, yo, Teddy B, how many Franklins you got there that say I can't maintain my self-image, that's identity and self-esteem, over the course of the next 12 hours? And Teddy B says, heavy, heavy ebonics. 5 Franklins, everything on me. So they pony up, they check the definition of self-image, that's identity and self-esteem. It's cogent, and suddenly everybody in the school has stopped what they're doing. Complete stillness and complete silence. They're all looking at Ditto Echo. And Ditto Echo stands there all tall and full of tude and sure of her ability to balance her self-image, that's identity and self-esteem. And could she maintain? Did they reach the logical conclusion that she could maintain? Of course not. Reason it out. If she could have, she...
Truck driver!
Got it going on. I can't wait till it's a part of my skill compound.
Half a mo! You mean you don't already have command of the scientific method? What about the Socratic method?
What's the problem, Mrs. Principal?
The Socratic method. The kids' skill compounds don't include conscious competence and critical investigation methods. And they're gonna be sorting the candidates for student body president now.
Don't worry about that, Mrs. Principal. They can fall back on their intuition.
Without the checks and balances of a definite reasoning method?
Oh, Miss Nomer can do it. She knows all sorts of names and definitions.
That's true, Mrs. Principal, but I don't know.
I bet Miss Nomer can do it, Mrs. Principal. Got it going on is the perfect definition for Miss Nomer.
Well, I guess we have run out of ideas. I wish I had the imagination to invent some alternative. All right, Miss Nomer. I want you to go in there. I want you to go in there and help the whole class sort everything the candidates say. Remember, you need to sort for more than validity. And you may as well sort beyond soundness. Cogency, Miss Nomer. The gold standard. Unqualified ideology. Only facts that are necessary and sufficient.
Wow, you persuaded me, Mrs. Principal. I'll justify your faith in me. I know it.
I find this method of reasoning so inspiring.
Remember, Yo-Yo, you're going in there with an ordinary ability, but you must come out with an extraordinary result. unaccountable. How did we reach this conclusion? RUI? Reasoning under the influence. You're fired. Mr. Drama, where are the master debaters?
No. My friend.
Avery, nameless, ID?
We both support the Department of Education. Oliver's dad pays taxes, and I go to school.
But in reality, our focuses are elsewhere.
Always have been. In different ways, we both dropped out.
It's true.
True.
We both look at life in terms of me versus the conditions that surround or bar me.
The two of us have nothing in common.
So, in concrete terms, our argument reads, 3. There is no such thing as a student who can clearly navigate life's puzzles in his or her head, who devalues the well-being of others, and who does not have my permission to leave class. 7. All students without the ability to navigate life's puzzles and who have smuggled alcohol onto the school grounds today have my permission to leave class. That gives us the partial conclusion 8. No student who brought alcohol to school today is without my permission to leave class. Then 2. No student who can both arrange ideas in an orderly and accessible form and identify fallacies is going to be bored in a moment or so. 6. No student who can arrange ideas in an orderly and accessible form but lacks the ability to detect fallacies fails to appreciate the value of all human life. 5. All students who lack the ability to arrange ideas in an orderly and accessible form and have my permission to leave class are insensitive and intellectually lazy. 1. All students who are insensitive and intellectually lazy and who place insufficient value on the lives of others have my permission to leave class. Then we take our partial conclusion 8. No student who depreciates other students and who brought alcohol to school today lacks my permission to leave class. Then 4. All students who bring alcohol to school and encourage other students to break the rules governing a cogent civilization do not value the lives of other people. And these partial conclusions taken together prove the complete conclusion no BD' exists, which translated into concrete terms reads, no student who brought alcohol to school today and tried to lead the class to disorder will be having much fun in a moment or so.
I was just on my way back to class.
Name? Definition?
What's the problem, Mrs. Principal?
Alcohol. Whoa.
Definition?
You know what? I was sick like 3 weeks ago, and you know what I'm saying, when you keep chicken noodle soup in a thermos for too long, it turns into alcohol. So yeah, that's what happened. You know, I kept the chicken noodle soup in the thermos too long, so it turned into alcohol.
Definition.
You know honor codes. Honor codes. Different definitions of honor. Don't you think honor codes got it going on?
Honor codes? What made you think of that?
Well, the fact that you can compare any work that's ever been invented to any honor code, whether it's based on this or some other world, geography or culture, money or whatever, and see if the honor code justifies esteem for the work. Oh, Oliver and I were just talking. For a group or an individual, that's all. Humans, talents, and invented works, and honor codes. That's all. That's all. And I was just saying that honor codes got it going on. Oh, here comes Oliver. Don't say I said anything. Yo, Oliver! Oh, that's not Oliver. Okay, never mind, forget it. I really didn't understand what I was saying anyways. You didn't understand what I was saying, did you? You know, I think Honor Code's got it going on.
That's exactly me. That's exactly how I live my life. Well, that's not how I live my life. No, that's not how I live my life, but I say that it is.
Please hang up and try again.
I can't learn anything. I don't think I've ever been able to learn anything. I mean, if only I knew what to expect when I was learning, during the process. But I never know what's going on. You know what I mean? I mean, at first, I didn't even know that I didn't know how to learn anything. But then I started to realize I wasn't really connecting the dots. And then I realized I wasn't learning anything about everything. Now I just don't even try no more because I know I'm not gonna learn anything about anything anyways. The 4 stages of learning. Unconscious incompetence. Conscious incompetence. Conscious competence. Unconscious competence? What's this? What? What?
This video I'm about to show you is one of a kind. I shot it when I was a senior in college with a certain politician who shall remain nameless. He beat me at the primaries, but then invited me to the pre-election celebration. At one point, before the festivities began, I asked him if he had butterflies in his stomach. He placed his left hand on the book, raised his right hand to the square, and did swear or affirm that he was not, nor could he ever be construed to be, in some way, a cannibal. It wasn't until I reached for my ID at the polling place that I realized that at some point he had picked my pocket, taken my cash, and slid my wallet back into my trousers. Time is money. I didn't understand the Socratic or scientific method, but I really could have made use of that cash. Still could. Anyways, here's what's his name back in college.
Me, could I register? I know there's no charge, but... Me, could I register? I know I'm a citizen, but... Me, could I register? I know I'm a resident, but... Me, could I register? I know I'll be at least 18 by the next election, but... I love ignorant people. Me, could I register? I'm not serving time for a felony, nor am I on parole, but... Why don't I have a voice? Me, could I register? I know that no court has found me to be mentally incompetent, but... Me, could I register? I know I haven't missed the registration deadline, but... Me, do I know who to vote for? I know who wants to be an administrator, but... I hope I can rely on your vote. I don't want to be accused of being insensitive and intellectually lazy, but I will be voting for me. Of course, it's the first time I've ever done such a thing, unless you count every other time I've gone to the polls. Me, do I know what to vote for? I know what changes I'd make in the policies, but... Me, do I know what to vote for? I know what changes I'd make in the law, but... Me, do I have to vote on everything? I know I can vote only on the things I care about, but... I love ignorant people. Cheers, everyone. I want to thank you for your esteem throughout this campaign. It has certainly been my pleasure. Now let's go vote.
Inconsistency is proof of a contradiction? That's nonsense.
Trust me, homie! Trust me! Please, homie! Please! Please, trust me. Be reasonable, homie. Prove you're brave. Prove you're wise. After all, they're the same thing. Come on, homie, trust me. Trust me now. You'll never learn to trust yourself, homie. You'll never learn to trust yourself. You'll never learn to trust yourself.
I spy with my little eye? No. License plate game.
I've been playing I Spy with my little eye since I woke up this morning.
Well, it depends. It never stops. I mean, I feel, I don't know, I started out. I don't know, I can't think. It's just too much going on.
Why do you do this? Why do you do this? You do this all the time. Why?
Hey, Avery, we gotta do something.
No, it's okay. Watch her.
You think self-esteem is enough, Kristen, but it's not because you're nothing. First of all, you don't have an honor code, and if you did, it wouldn't affirm your creative works because you don't have any. You don't know enough about anything to apply to your talent compound, which of course you don't have. And why? Because you don't qualify as a human. You couldn't change any part of the world because you have no ability for general intelligence, language, forethought, or invention. Which means there are nearly 4,000 classes of placentals that are more valuable than you. And why? Because you're not a placenta, nor a marsupial, nor a monotreme. Which means you're not a mammal. You're not a bird either. You're not a reptile. You're not an amphibian. You're not a fish. You're not a monotreme. You're not a mollusk. You're not an insect. You're not a protozoa. You're not an animal. You're not an animal, nor a vegetable, nor a mineral. You're nothing. You're nothing, Kristen, nothing. You, Kristen, do not exist.
Now, shall we check for relation and existence? Your argument is valid, but your argument is not sound. And yes, I can put proofs of both validity and soundness in writing. But nice try, social host.
God!
There's no excuse for domestic violence!
Loser.
We collect facts via our 5 classic senses:
sight, hearing, taste, smell, touch.
And filter them through both our self-image,
that's identity, and self-esteem,
to whatever degree it's developed, and our ability to reason,
whether it's persuasion, validity, soundness, or cogency,
to reach our hopefully not only valid but sound conclusion. Then we take that conclusion as our next starting point, collect additional facts via our 5 senses, filter them through both our
self-image, that's identity and self-esteem, and ability to reason, whether it's persuasion, validity, soundness, or cogency.
And reach our hopefully not only valid but sound next conclusion, and so on and so on. Now, let's suppose for a moment that we count intuition as a 6th sense. What was the definition for intuition?
Oxford English Dictionary: the immediate apprehension of an object by the mind without the intervention of any reasoning process.
A reaction, like a knee-jerk. Intuition is not an instance of having proof, it's an instance of intuition. So the information you have may be true, but it may be false. Now, if your intuitive conclusion is true and you take it as a starting point to reason further or take action, you're okay. But suppose it's false and you take that fallacious or unsound conclusion as your next starting point, collect additional facts, and if you continue to use intuition, possibly more false information, filter them through the undeveloped self-image and inability to reason cogently, reach some further fallacious or unsound conclusion, and act on that.
But
then take that fallacious or unsound conclusion as your next starting point, collect additional facts, and if you continue to use intuition, possibly more false information, filter them through your undeveloped self-image and inability to reason cogently, reach some further fallacious or unsound conclusion, and act on that. Then take that fallacious or unsound conclusion as your next starting point. Collect additional facts, and if you continue to use intuition, possibly more false information, filter them through your undeveloped self-image and inability to reason cogently, reach some further fallacious or unsound conclusion, and act on that.
That's insanity!
And now I'm acquiring knowledge of what justice is.
I want a class president who's sensitive and intellectually industrious. So I decided to 1, organize a club using a classroom that wasn't being used, the kids that weren't good enough for clinic choir, and a couple of paper plates that I can pass around. And 2, social host persuasion competitions featuring the various candidates. Then it occurred to me that a more reasonable approach would be for me to regularly relist my ideals, eliminate the contradictories, take the conclusion as my ideal's current definition, and then realign myself with whatever individual or group my new definition implied. And if one didn't exist, create one. Now, here's ID with an ideal that's really got it going on.
You know honor codes? How many problems in the world, whether between individuals or groups, are the result of unsound honor codes? Wouldn't world peace prove that we got it going on? What's the difference between a sense of something and the knowledge of something? And what's the difference between persuasive and valid and sound? Suppose we collected all the honor codes in the world and classified or sorted those things we can prove from those things pending proof. Imagine a cogent honor code that everyone can use as a starting point. And what is the meaning of the word cogent? Wouldn't world peace prove that we got it going on?
That's false. It's not hard to recognize or understand or organize your talent compound. It's no different from any other compound. As long as you can recognize or understand or organize the elements, then it doesn't matter if you're talking about a chemical compound, an honor code compound, or a meal compound in the lunchroom.
A number compound, true.
Still, some definition compounds can take a long time to recognize or understand or organize.
And that's true too.
Especially if some definition is really just a whole bunch of names all rolled up together.
For example, you said the name faith had 6 other names in one of its definitions.
Try following this. Think of one, a particular conclusion that you would like to have happen, like that door opening. Now add 2, a serious wish for that door opening. And that's 3, desire. The name, a particular conclusion, plus the name, a serious wish for, are a definition for desire.
Yes.
Now let's take 3, desire, and add 4, anticipation. Desire plus anticipation defines hope. Okay? Now let's take 5, hope, and add 6, action that results in that door opening. Hope plus action equals faith. But remember, the fact that you're exercising faith does not mean that it is supernatural faith. Faith is only supernatural if it is applied to something that is in the class supernatural. Now the same is true for faith that is applied to any other class, like the class emotional, or the class intellectual, or the class physical. Like the physical faith I just exercised when I reached over and opened that door.
Wow. Wow.
You think that's wow? Then check this. Suppose you took all the information that was in somebody's head and...
Hey y'all, where's that thingy?
What thingy?
You know, that thingy. With the one thingy and that other thingy.
Cogent arguments are the best, then sound arguments, then valid arguments. I don't even know how to define those names. I use persuasive arguments myself.
Believe? Conviction? No. Principle?
No, not strong enough.
Here's trust. Here's one. A formulation of apparent relationships of a certain observed phenomena, which have been verified to some degree.
Name theory, definition 4.
Okay. An unproven proposition, tentatively accepted to either explain a certain truth or provide a basis for further investigation.
Excuse me, class. If I can interrupt you for just a second. Just want to let everybody know that One Face is now back with us. One Face, why don't you go ahead and join Team 2?
You are got it going on, social host.
Got it going on, social. He is so observant.
Okay, on with the game.
An unproven proposition, tentatively accepted to either explain a certain truth or provide a basis for further investigation. An unproven proposition, tentatively accepted to either explain a certain truth or provide a basis for further investigation.
On with the game.
Name, hypothesis. Definition 1. Okay, here's one. A thing that has actually happened or is in reality true. Authenticity, certainty. I know this one. Name.
You know, I don't identify with or care about anything your rhythm and rhyme kids say.
And that works to our advantage. You know, I don't identify with or care about anything you numbers and letters adults say.
And that works to our advantage.